Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have National Geographic's Wild, Nat Geo Wild, presents Big Shark's Rule. Now, with a title like that, like Big Shark's Rule, you'd think it's more focused towards younger kids, like, hey, wow, awesome, hey, Shark's Rule. Nah, that's not the case. No, this is probably one of the more graphic shark things they've got on here. Yeah, it's not so bloody, but it is gory. Uh, like toward the very beginning of this thing, which by the way came out in 2018. It's 45 minutes long, and it is part of that big dump of shark stuff we got in August, I think. Anyway, it was like a whole month of shark stuff. Uh, this is I don't know if I want to have dinner right now, but I don't know if I can. It it's gonna be difficult to make anything because maybe my stomach's just upset. I have no idea. But towards the very beginning, there's a rotting humpback whale carcass, and we get to watch at least one shark go to town on it. Just start chomping off big chunks. He can't, bite for too long because then he can't breathe, and they have to keep moving in order to keep breathing. Yeah, so you just see a gigantic humpback whale carcass, and yeah, chomp, 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 and you get to see all sorts of different sharks. There's a area around the southernmost coast of Africa where cold water and hot water mix, and they makes all the sharks show up and hang out, and there's a so much diversity, and it's just crazy. There's oh God, there's so many different types, and I can't remember all of them. You'd have to watch it to understand, but yeah, they hammerheads and black tips, and of course great whites, whale sharks. Which they finish off the thing with. A lot of this is shot in slow motion. At one point, um, they show a turtle, big turtle, swimming around. Have some footage of him underwater, and then he's tired after mating, and he decides to take a break, and then heads up to the surface of the water, and he's just sort of hanging out there. Well, okay, I'm gonna call BS on this just a little bit because one, yes, there was a turtle and he was hanging out, and I have a feeling at some point they mounted a camera onto him because there's a scene not soon after. Maybe it was the same turtle, maybe it was a different one that they just sort of had that was already dead. I don't know. But you see a shark just heading right toward it, and he takes a big chomp out of it, and he starts tearing away at it. And the point of view that you're seeing this from at one point is from the top of the turtle. Like they had to have it like a GoPro or something attached to the shell of the turtle as you see this shark chomping and grabbing and wrestling with the body of this turtle. It Yeah, I don't know if they just say, "Hey, we're going to mount this camera on you now. You're going to be dead soon, but we're going to need that camera back, hopefully." I mean, at some point, I guess he wasn't going to get the camera. I don't know, but did they get it from the shark later? I don't know, but some of these sequences that are not so gory or violent uh, involve the most massive one, the giant whale shark, and he doesn't have really any teeth. He doesn't eat other fish, big ones anyway. He doesn't fight for any of them. He just sucks in tons and tons of water and then expels it. But through it, he filters all the little tiny fish out of it and eats those. Like just a mass smorgasbord of tiny fish that he just eats in volumes, and he can go through gallons and gallons of water, thousands of gallons of water, I think, in just a day per day. I don't know. It's a lot. But the some of the shots where one of the sharks is just mowing along, just sucking in the air. You can sucking in the water. You can see all of that, how it's flowing through him, and you can see all the little tiny things going in, and it's done close enough to the surface that you get a real feel, get a real vision of how it's working. It's pretty crazy. Now, I mean, they make it. The guy narrating it makes it sound so much more intense, along with the music and the background. It's like a seedy documentary kind of thing. Like they're on Shark TMZ or something. It's really kind of crazy. So yeah, there's a lot of shark stuff. Like I said yesterday, there's probably more shark shows on Disney Plus now than there are princess movies or Star Wars episodes or Marvel films. So yeah, it's good we're getting through some of them, an awful lot of them recently. Uh, but some are kind of dry, some are exciting, but it's kind of hard to do a shark thing where it's boring. It's just you just have to show footage over and over again of sharks biting stuff, and and then tell some facts about the biting, and there you go. It's astounding that how many different types of sharks there are, and you get a good glimpse of all the major types and all the different ways they eat, because that's pretty much what they do. They swim and they eat, like Death in Texas. They actually make the reference Death in Texas. That's when I knew for sure this was not for children, because what little kid who might be watching this knows the Death in Texas quote? Still, kids would probably get a kick out of this. It's nothing, it's nothing overly bloody, but yeah, if you're squeamish about rotting whale carcasses or turtles, or oh my god, just at one point there's seals. You know what's going to happen to those seals. Well, in order to make it clear that there are baby seals, they show a baby seal being born. So I'm just like, hey, baby seal born. And I'm just like, yep, this isn't necessarily for kids. So I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, well, it's nature. It's just the way it works. So it's all right. Well, whew. Okay, well, yeah, that's Big Shark's Rule. It's pretty much says it all. So yeah, check it out if you're into the shark stuff. If you can put that closer to the top of your list than some of the other ones. This one does it in 45 minutes, 44 minutes or so. Good time. All right, let's pick tomorrow's episode.
640.
640. I know I paused there. I could see it before I heard it. But I want to make sure we heard it as well. 640. No, come on. Come on. Understand. I mean, some of you might be new to this, and for some reason, maybe this is your first video. But I don't know what I'm going to watch from day to day most of the time. I mean, over Christmas, I picked all the episodes. Or of a special release like Book of Boba Fett a couple days ago. Yeah, I chose to watch that on the night it premiered. Well, when a number comes up, it correlates to a thing in the list, and in this case, it is dropped on yet another shark video, shark show, world's biggest bull shark. Oh, I'm never gonna have dinner. World's biggest bull shark is what we're gonna watch next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. So many shark shows. See you tomorrow.